So I realized that it has affected my performance and my posture, and it affected my health as well. So the arrested movement was not proper. So by itself, posture is a word which is often qualified, such as defensive posture. You know, like I know if a person comes up against you and they look like they stepping to you and coming at you, you automatically become defensive in your posture. There's no, you don't mean any harm. That's just automatic. That's just human nature. So posture can be defensive, and posture we've talked about recently can be poor and it can be bad. Posture can also be what's called aggressive posture, meaning that how when I sit and when I stand and when I walk, I always look like I'm coming at you, mean looking. You know how some of y'all are just mean looking. Man, when you walk in the room, you can say, boy, that's a mean one. We walk real hard. The room shakes when we step on the floor, that kind of thing. So aggressive can be a posture about us, but then also posture can be happy. When a person is happy, you can tell by the way that they step. They step with a spring in their step. They smile, they swing, they sway. You can tell that they're happy in their posture. But there's something that distinguishes posture from position. Position has to do with a place or a location. So often when we're standing in a place, or we're standing in a location, in a site, in a specific spot. It's a point in a situation where we are sometimes. Can be a stance, can be a position. However, posture is the inclusion of what we call a mental ingredient, a particular mood or emotion. So you can stand in a place and not have an emotion. You can stand in a position and not have a thought. But if you have emotion or you have a thought, then you change your posture. Yes. And so it all becomes a part of your posture. Yes. So posture is not just merely defined as a poise or a body position. It is an attitude of mind, an official stance, or an official position. Posture is all about stating who you are and what you stand for. It's not about arrogance. It's more about a way of being. Your embodied posture is important to who you are. In other words, now posture is a position with an attitude. Tell your neighbor, my posture is my position with an attitude. We always have a posture of some kind or another, even if the mental intention behind it is subconscious. And of course, it's well documented that body language plays a lot part in our communication. That's why they tell you that as you go into business, that you never cross your arms when you're in a meeting, because you make a person feel like you're either not listening to them or that you're on the offensive. And you have to be careful in which direction you turn your eyes, because they say that women are more right-brained. And a lot of times if we are turning our eyes to the right when someone asks us a question, we're being creative, meaning that we're getting ready to tell a lie. So you have to really be careful about your posture and your position. And so this nonverbal communication can really set off something that is not really in your character or in your nature. And that's why a lot of times people have to be around you more to get to know who you really are and what you're really about. I can't really tell just by one chance meeting what you're really about. So sometimes I might have to invite you to tea, to talk for a little while, just so you can understand that there's more to me than that meets the eye. So my posture can become different depending on what my situation is and depending on what my circumstance is. However, posture also has to have what's called balance. So we have to have balance in our posture. One of the things that we learn about people that are in sports, that they have to have balance, that are in gymnastics or any sport,